Hey guys, how you doing? Art from Art's Model Trains. So I got a pre-order in. I made a quick purchase on trains.com and I hit a train show. So let's just go over a couple of the new items that have joined the collection. All right, so first up is this caboose. So this was cataloged in the 2023 Volume 1 catalog. This is the Union Pacific Railsounds CA-1 caboose 2527. And this was right around the section of the catalog where they had all the big boys and the big boy sets. I forget what it was called, the giant set they had. But yeah, when I saw it, I picked up the Vision Line stock cars, and I did not have a Union Pacific caboose to run with it, so I decided to grab one of those. And I have to say, I am really impressed with this. So I will bring you guys in close so you could see it and go over all of it. But and obviously let you hear all the sounds. But I have to say, I'm really impressed. This thing is, first of all, great quality, looks really good. The details look fantastic on it. Once again, I'll throw it on the track with some power in a little bit so you can see it all lit up and everything. My only gripe with this so far has been that the pickup rollers, and I don't know if you guys can see it here on this shot, are really cheap. And I mean really cheap. The pickup roller itself, the two, I'm going to call them stands, and the roller itself look, normal. But how it's actually connected into the truck is just a little like flat piece of metal. And you're not going to be able to see it in here, like I said. But if anybody has these cabooses and has experience with this, this is the first time I've seen this type of a pickup roller. But it's like a flat little piece of metal. And in fact, I had a problem with it where when I was going over some of my track, it would push the roller up so far that it was actually touching the frame of the truck and shorting out the whole train. So I had to kind of get in there and bend it a little bit, but it's like really flimsy. When you bend it, I was like, oh my God, this thing's going to snap off. But other than that, it's fantastic. And I have to say, I kind of like the dialogue a little better than the Vision Line stock cars. Now, I only have TMCC, so maybe there's more to it when I get a legacy controller and all that stuff. But for right now, I think the dialogue and sound effects in this are actually better than what's in the Vision Line stock cars. So I guess more to come as I get further into that. And I will, like I said, get some power on here so you guys can see all that. But really cool. I'm really excited to have this. It just looks fantastic on the layout and running around. So while we're talking about this caboose, I ran over and I grabbed my MTH Premier Woodside caboose that I picked up at York, just to give you a comparison of what the two look like. I'm trying to pick this up in a way that won't damage any of the little pieces, but very similar cabooses. I feel like the Lionel one is a little more detailed, maybe, but they're really close. And really nice. And the only difference is obviously the Lionel one has the sound effects. The MTH one has a more detailed interior. I don't think the Lionel one has any detail on the interior, and that's probably because it's got electronics in it, whereas this one does not. Okay, so let's talk about what's next. I am a sucker for Union Carbide cars. I've picked up a couple over the years. My father gave me a tank car and a Union Carbide tank car and a DuPont tank car. DuPont was at one point part of what was left of Union Carbide after it broke up. But I've picked up a few more, and I was on trains.com and I saw this brand new Weaver PS1 boxcar. It's a Union Carbide Lindy liquefied gas. There's no tank or anything on the inside. The doors do open, they're a little sticky. But this was literally brand new. And I want to say it was like $35 or so off of trains.com. And it's fantastic. Great detail, separately applied ladders, and brake wheel at the end there. And the walkway across the top is separately applied. It's just not see-through kind of great. It's more of like a solid piece of plastic. But still really cool. For the price, and I'm happy to have it and add it into my Union Carbide train. I am on the hunt for a couple of more cars. one of which I missed out on eBay. I was looking to bid on a Mecca Union Carbide car. They did a custom run a few years ago that I've been trying to get my hands on. So they are few and far between. So if anybody has an idea of where I can get one of those, hit me in the comments and let me know. Thanks. All right, so this past weekend was the Greenberg Train Show in Edison, New Jersey, and I always go there. We usually go to 2 or 3 of the shows a year, my 2 sons and I. And I've talked about this many times on the channel. We hit there for NASCARs, which I know my sons picked up a bunch. They got stuff for their HO layout, and I'll do a separate video on that because I actually got a pretty cool engine for my son there at a great price. But I was able to pick up 2 things. Now, I've blown my budget for the year. I'm done with buying things, but I was able to get 2, I think, good deals. So the first was this Lionel milk car. I got it for a really great price. It is brand new. When it came out of the packaging, it was brand new. It looked like the packaging had some water damage on it. But other than that, the car itself is in fantastic shape. I have another one on the layout over there. That I'll pair that I've been pairing this up with, but it's great, great detail, sprung trucks, and I'm really excited to get another one of these. I've been eyeing them up, that they always just seem to be more expensive than I want to spend. And then I picked up this. This was loose on a display, and it caught my eye when we walked in. It was like the first aisle when we walked in, and I went through most of the show, and then I was like, said to my boys, I'm like, I got to go back and get that caboose. And I went back and negotiated on the price a little bit. It is an MTH Premier Jersey Central caboose. It is from, if I looked it up, I want to say it was 2000 or 2001. So it's pretty old. Fully lit on the inside. Has a little crew figure in the top here. Great details, as you can see. There are no marker lights or anything like this on it, but it's fantastic. It does not have a detailed interior as far as I could tell. I have to look at that. So I might do something with the windows on the inside to just kind of put a little frosting or something on them. But it's really great. And I've been looking forward to trying to get some more C&J stuff. I do have a blue Comet set from the MPC era, but I was looking forward to try to get some more C&J stuff and add that in. And once again, I got a great deal on it. One question I will ask you guys, if anybody knows the answer, why are there orange dots on the caboose? I haven't yet looked that up, but I'm assuming there's a reason that there's orange dots like that on there. So if anybody can explain that one to me in the comments, that would be fantastic. I'd appreciate it. So let me get you guys off the tripod. I'll put some power on the track. I'll bring you over so you can see the sounds caboose and hear some of it. And then I'll get this stuff all hooked up to trains and get it running. Okay, so we got the power applied to the track. Let me start it up. So it is programmed in as its own engine. I have it in as 25. You could set it up as a train then with your train. So I have my Vision Line stock cars and my Lion Master Challenger in this train, but I haven't really set it up as a train. I just run each one individually. So let's go through. There's some announcements.
Did you get the orders from the office? Got them. The usual speed restrictions up on the hill. They got a tie gang just out east of Springfield. And we got an extra pickup today there too. We might be on the law this trip. I don't like the look of that load we're picking up.
I agree. Double check those tie downs and put it back here next to the cabin so we can keep an eye on it. We're ready on the B end. We got to get moving if we're going to make schedule.
So one of the really cool things about this that I picked up on the first night is one of the sequences, one of the characters, his name is Art in here. And I thought that was really cool. And it's a great thing to show. I had family over this weekend and they all got a great kick out of that.
Where you going, Art? We're almost ready to go.
I saw Hopper 3 cars up. Be back in a minute. Stove is low on coal.
All right, so I'll go through some more of the dialogue. It does need to roll before you'll hear some of the other dialogue.
I don't like the look of that load we're picking up.
One of the other things everybody else was asking about on Instagram was the whistle, so I'll get to that in a second. That sounds great.
Looks like we got Tom hogging today. You know what that means.
Yeah, we'll be done in record time and hitting the ass for an art tonight.
All right, so we've gone through some of the dialogue. Like I said, it repeats a little bit. So let's get it rolling, and then some of the new dialogue will come up. So I'm not sure if it's coming through on the audio, but you can hear him in the back there. The caboose is saying, something's on fire. We got to do an emergency stop.
Okay, the proceedings from timetable instructions. Have to clear up the next sighting by morning 3.
All right, now that we've run a little bit, stopped it so you can hear some of the new dialogue.
I'm pulling the markers. You guys the paperwork. Glad this runs over.
Tell the yard master to restock this hack with more water and ice. All our papers are in order. Yard boss says we're good down on the east end. Let's get rolling while I call for signals.
Gonna be here a while. Good time to put on a pot of coffee without all that bouncing around.
Did you get the orders from the office?
Got 'em. The usual speed restrictions up on the hill. They got a tie gang just out east of Springfield. And we got an extra pickup today there too. We might be on the law this trip.
Air test is good. We got our orders in hand. Clear out. How do the bills look?
A mess. I hope whoever blocked this train did a better job sorting than that last yard clerk.
So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video and a few new things we added to the collection. I'm really enjoying this caboose. Like I said, lots of variety in the dialogue compared to the Vision Line stock cars. Just a lot of fun to run. Let me know in the comments if you guys have picked one of these up and if you're enjoying it as much. Please be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you again next time.